Hello, good afternoon, good morning. Morning. It's still the morning. For God's sake, Peter, wake up. Two Blue Tie here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing? How's life? How's this? How's everything? Another day, another review video of the Manchester City game against Leyton Orient. And again, for instance, before I come on here, I always look and listen to other people, for instance, what they have to say about the game and about where we played, and I take an overall view of it. I have my own personal views, because whatever, about the games and the players, but for instance, I like to take an overall view, and so for instance, and it might be, you might agree with it, disagree with it, let me know, tell me what you're saying, what you're thinking. But the thing is, I like to do things in context of the game. When I say that, I like to look at things beforehand, and just have the timer. Yeah, just like to think things beforehand before I talk. And the reason why I do that is because I'm trying to look at the bigger picture. I've always said there's a bigger picture to most things. Why things, if you know about me, if you know about I'm into aviation, aircraft, etc. For instance, why the planes crash, there's a reason. There's not one reason. There's 10 reasons. Why your car breaks down, there's reasons. For instance, Man City's fallen this season, there's more than one reason. Excuse me, to apologise. Still got that cold. For instance, got a cold. I live in Thailand. Yay! Yeah, for instance, the temperature's dropped a bit. My lady got the cold, and when she got the cold, etc., I got the cold. For better, for worse, eh? Thank you very much. So, but she's got it pretty bad. So mine's not as bad as hers. But So for instance, so let's have a chat about the game. Because quite honestly, I just want to put in context. So let's put the whole thing into context beforehand. Right, we're playing an FA Cup. 1. It's the 4th round game. We're playing in London. 2. In February. 3. It's against a team, for instance, who is cold. For instance, a team it's more than likely, I think it was 25-1, was it? Like the more. What the odds of them winning yesterday, for instance, and and on paper you'd expect Man City to win, but it's a 12:15 kickoff. It's a team, for instance, who are going to go for hell for leather, because a good cup run for them is going to be brilliant. And if they can get another round, etc., and they go to a Premier League side, etc., and they get at home, for instance, away, and it's good money. So these guys are going to go up for it. The reason why we love the FA Cup is because this is the reason. Because you never know, there's all these upsets. And the world and its basic breath, and all the people anti-Manchester City, especially Londoners, I listened to it on Talk Crap yesterday. They're all going, oh, it's just down the road from me, Leyton Orient, blah, blah. They all could become Leyton Orient fans for the day. So yeah, they all want to, to come to be a Man City, to a Leyton Orient fan, which is fine, up to them. They want to be childish and pathetic, up to them. But yeah. So when you set the scenes like this, and we've seen it many times of teams going out to lower league teams, for instance, and because of X, Y, and Z. And you say to yourself, you think, well, and on paper, for instance, it should. And yesterday, for instance, Man City were heavily favourites, but we've also got important games in the future, like Real Madrid coming up on Tuesday. Now, when Real Madrid play, for instance, so we've got to be thinking about that. We've got to think about injuries, players coming back. So what kind of squad do we play? Now, are we playing? But it's the League One side. We should be playing the kids. No worries. Should be 6-7-0. I said 7-1 originally, but then that was my heart and my head, rather than my head. And then I spoke to my friend who's a Stockport County fan, and he said to me, "Oh no! These guys are no mugs. They are going to basically, for instance, give you a game, and so you've got to basically be on your guard. So with all those pieces putting together, that and for instance, Real Madrid down the line, FA Cup 4th round or 12:15 kickoff, either the Worlds were on it, BBC, all the anti-media, for instance, Man City, boom, it was always set up for them, for them to win. Now, the only thing the difference between what could stop them is the side we put out, the quality of the side, and whether our side is up for it to to win the game. But again, on paper, yeah, practice. Are Man City going to play all the players? No, we're going to rest a few, like Alien Haaland. He deserves a rest. He can't play the damn game. So, for instance, and Josh Gogavalio needs a rest. Kovacic needs a rest. Again, it's inside of Real Madrid. If we didn't have Real Madrid and we had just the next game was Newcastle, would we have played a different squad? Maybe. But there's also the reason why. When are you going to play the new guys? And also the EDS guys, which are prevented from leaving in the January transfer window. O'Reilly, McAtee. So you've got to think, you've got to put all these things into the boiling pot and see what comes up. So overall, to me, I'm saying that, for instance, before we can talk about, because there's a Pep outages at the moment, there's people even playing shit. It wasn't a great game because if we're not playing and we're not beating teams by 6 and 7-0, for instance, it's just we have so many woke, left wing, weak fan base at the moment, especially who don't live in Manchester or in the area, for instance, who only see Man City win and now, for instance, want a massive change. I think I was listening to Dabs on South Stand, and there was a guy there, was a Pep outer, and of course, and he called him up, and he said, hey, are you a City fan or a non-City fan? Anyway, it turns out to be a Chelsea fan. But I like that. I think LB should do the same thing on his channel, and Extreme Company, for instance, and Typical City. We go to quite and see we need to, because I've caught a couple of these pep outers, for instance, and I've had some verbal abuse thrown at me. I can give it back, and I gave it back big time. You want to have a go at me, mate? What's the goal? You go, yeah. But I'm going to defend my club and and the manager, for instance, and just going through with a lean spell at the moment doesn't mean to say that, for instance, we need to throw a manager under the bus. And who the hell are you going to get in? I said 1, 2 times, 10 times. Who are you going to get in? You get rid of Pep, fine. Are you happy now? Right, Pep's gone. Who are you going to get in? Oh, it's up to the club. That's normally the reply. Crap. So the fact is, we're going into this game. There's a lot of pressure on Manchester City to get the job done. And in these games, you've got to just go in, get the job done, and get out. Right? What's that? You don't cheat like United did. Okay, get away with it. But when a teammate that says that to him cheat, what you do is basically, for instance, you stay in the game. We want 1-0 down. We stayed in the game. We got our first goal. Yeah, with deflection. So these things happen. And if you don't shoot, you never know where it comes. I think in half time there was players, Nicky Weaver. Why don't they just shoot this many times? And if you listen to the channel, you'll say, why don't you shoot more than tippy top ball? And the crowd is the area. So let me just get into it. I'm going to get the Leyton Orient lineup because they deserve, on a clap because they played well. Josh Keeley, man of the match for me. Dan Harper, Jack Curry, Jack Simpson, Tom James, Sonny Perkins, Dylan Yasami. Sorry, I do apologise. I got your name wrong. Amy Donnelly, Ian Garbage, Jordan Brown. Yeah, guys who came out. Yeah, it was their cup final. You had all the people with these tinfoil cups and everything. So yeah, it was and they deserve it. They deserve their day in the sun, and for instance, and I hope they had a good time. And I a little bit with this lot. They had 66 yellow cards coming into this game, and some of the tackling was pretty nasty. So, but again, it's like League One. It's what you expect, but they're pretty nasty for instance, some of the tackles, and we definitely should have had a penalty. This is the debate about VAR has come into this thing now last week. About VAR. So yeah, debate. Because I think City should have had at least a penalty and one of their guys sent off. I'm not going to cry about it because this is what it is. This is what happens. So yeah, overall, they deserve their flag. The respect from goal to Wilson. And give credit off his line for it. For it. Nobody expected. You expect that League One player. respectfully won players. But this guy, was a good shot, whatever. Everybody kept calling talk about David Beckham and Wayne Rooney after that. Appears that the Leyton Orient was a United fan. So, for instance, of course, they're all sticking that in every 2 seconds. So, yeah. Anyway, but the way they came in and game. But, in the Premier League, come along and get the job done. And all we need, because again, for instance, we have a big, and you've got the big picture. For instance, we can't just play every dad first squad. Play, for instance, you want players back, and your best strongest squad to mirror Real Madrid in a couple of days' time. So you've got to go in. You've got to get. Also need to know what's all these new guys, how they start, how they're going to perform. For you've got, and this is this is a perfect example. You can't against Newcastle, you can't against Real Madrid, you can't against Liverpool. You got to do a chance. For instance, and Khusanov started his first game against Chelsea. You've got to you've got to start these guys, and these players deserve a chance as well. Why go full? Why is one playing? Crazy madness. Anyway, City. Okay, so we had Ortega in Victor, Ruben Diaz, Nicola Raya, Rico Lewis, Ilkay Gundogan, Fabinho, Jack Grealish, Jason McAtee, Nicola Gonzalez, Omar Mamouche. And then we brought on the subs bench was Scott Carson, so Edison still not fit, but I don't know. Divine Bubamba, he didn't come on. Kevin De Bruyne, Khusanov, John Stones, Silva, Phil Foden, Milkel, and Matthias Nunes. Okay, good. They didn't play. Anyway, but yeah. So even though we started off the ADS players, we deserved our chances. We also started off with for instance, a good bench as well, just in case, and unfortunately. So yeah. Anyway, so right, so we go. So I'll take it. Game. I thought his passing was not very good. I was a bit concerned about that. Was it good in his passing out? But you can make some good saves. A 6 on average, above average 6.5 for me. Lewis, I thought was again this one times they'll be the same thing. If you drop this guy, he needs to come in as a transitional player before, like Phil Foden used to do. But you can't play him every game. And some of his defending was questionable. But, and he was very, very aggressive, and he kept trying to win the ball back, and he kept, trying to forward the game. I thought he played very well. He'd give him a rest, etc. And this is what will come. Bring him in, the transitional. Ruben Diaz. Oh no, not playing Ruben Diaz. But Ruben Diaz, I could understand because we were playing Rice, Lewis, and O'Reilly. You need. And LB had this thing. Does he need minutes or blah 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 on his this kind of thing? Which on his, and I was like, no. The reason why Ruben Diaz, even though I'm like, oh no, don't play Ruben Diaz. I understood it. It's because quite honestly, our biggest problem this season has been our back line. Stable back all the way. So when you've got, but also we've got a lot of kids in it. We've got a newbie, for instance, who's never played for us before. Lewis, who accepted to come back, and Riley, who's an RES player. So we need a captain what's it called, to keep everything, ticking over. What's it called, they need a captain's head. And this is the problem with Man City season. Captains. Rodri, Diaz, KDB, missing, or injured, etc. Anyway, but I thought he played well. And I'm going to give him an 8, even though player on 45 minutes. He came at half time, got replaced by John Stones. Brilliant, etc. But it was good to see him back, and he's ready for Madrid. Good. Reece, for instance, got on him and whatever. And rather than actually try and wriggle out of it, we just levered it into the stands. Got rid of it. Fine. Because, if rather than playing this prissy passing, etc., when he gets his confidence, his feet on the ground, just get rid of it. And it goes out for a throw, fine. He got a long thrower, fine, whatever. But get rid of it. solid performance, and hope to see him again. O'Reilly, important game for him in defence, etc. I thought City should have playing in defence more often because we've been struggling in our defence. And I thought because he's a big young lad, etc., I think he would have probably done better than Nunes. But I give him a 7.5, 7. A lot of people like he had a good game. I was a bit uncertain until they explained it. And again, this is another reason why it can be changed because you know, but I thought played okay. But guys actually said he played quite well, and they were giving him an 8. Blah blah blah. I give him a 7.7. Savino, by far the best player in the first half. I give him an 8.4. For instance, his crossing was brilliant. It just the finishing from Gundogan and Omar, for instance, would have been better. So but I'll give him an 8.4. Gundo, 7.3. Everybody slacks off on Gundo. I'm not. For instance, he was playing in his normal position, and suddenly Nico goes off, and now he's back to CDM. And he doesn't like it. You can clearly see. But unfortunately, he's bent up and does it. So, but he never gave the ball away. He should have scored. Unfortunately, but I thought it was a solid game, 7.3. Jack Grealish, second man of the match. Paul De Bruyne was excellent. I wanted to see more of Jack Grealish actually playing the ball in having a strike, going down the line and knocking the ball across, being more forceful rather than actually passing it back, etc. Be more forceful, Jack. I want to see and stay fit, Jack. Stay fit. McAtee didn't have his best game. Really disappointed. Mega disappointed. And we kept hold of him. Didn't go to Chelsea, and then really disappointed. And I got hooked, which is understandable. But I give him a 6. Shame. Really, Maka, come on, wake up. Nico, better than that. So what's it called? Nico, for instance. I thought Nico Gonzalez, okay, his ball over to Savino in the first half, I thought was excellent. For instance, and every time he got the ball, he looked up and tried to play it. What's it called? I give him a 6 because it went off. People say, okay, you give him a rating. I give him a rating for what I saw. For what I saw, for instance, I thought I'd give him a 6, and he didn't do anything wrong. What's it called? All he did is good. So not fair. 9 years ago, he's trying. Didn't score. Some people like Lewis gave him a 4. I thought that was way low. Yeah, he should have scored, but he didn't score. He's like once he gets his first goal, he'll. When he came on, I thought Bernardo was brilliant. Really, he was watching. Hey, Marcel as a captain. He stayed everything. Got stuck in. Phil, I thought Phil was quite poor when he came on. Much. Okay, 5 points. Didn't do much. They didn't see him, but he was affecting the game much. KD, the master. Can you say when you like KD being your side, then for instance things are going to work out. And along, this is what we got. John, I thought was when I thought him well back. I'll give you both of them a point too. I thought Khusanov happened your goal, and so overall that was very very pleasing with them both, and so they played very well. Just stable at that, and that's what. Anyway, what do you disagree with me? Think what's it called? But I'm going to love it and leave you there for back to the master. Again. Through. Love you. Sorry,